isn't this a comfortable chair? No, actually my room is a hot mess, and through the knee-deep rubble, I don't have time to dig myself a hole to film in. My hair is seriously doing its own thing right now, like it's its own being. It doesn't give a flying fladoodle. I don't feel like doing anything with it. Today I'm gonna be talking about panic attacks. I sound way too excited to be talking about this. So the Google says that a panic attack is a sudden feeling of acute and disabling anxiety. Sounds about right. Now, if you're someone like me that struggles with panic attacks on a regular basis, then you might have panic disorder, which is a type of anxiety disorder in which you have repeated attacks of intense fear that something bad will happen. And in my case, a lot of the time it's just a physical experience. It's not necessarily like an actual fear of something. Unfortunately, panic attacks don't really care where you are when they happen. They're just so terrible that it's like indescribable. And if you don't have panic attacks, I know what you're probably thinking. Oh, that doesn't sound so bad. Sounds like a walk in the park. I kind of want one now. So before a panic attack, well, here are a few things you can do before to make sure that you're ready when it happens. Okay, I don't think ready is the right word because there's really nothing you can do to completely prepare for that kind of experience, but you're picking up what I'm putting down, right? Have the mindset that if it occurs, then that's totally okay because you can just accept that it's happening. Panic attacks never last forever. They never have, they never will. So if it happens again, you know that multiple people have survived. If you've had them before, you know that you've survived through them and it's gonna be okay. Now, while they're happening, take diaphragmatic breaths. All right, I'm not just trying to show you my awesome shirt, but you know, it is pretty cool. So you're gonna just like breathe out with your stomach. So your stomach like inflates like a balloon, and then when you breathe out, it's gonna kind of go in. That was a really bad example, but you're getting the gist of it. You can close your eyes and count down from 100. There are so many more don't do's than do's. Here are things that we naturally want to do but that we totally shouldn't do. Number 1, don't try to escape. During a panic attack, your mind might be saying,
"Get me out of here right now."
But the best thing to do is to accept how you're feeling. I'm panicking. No biggie. This too shall pass. Number 2, don't try to force the feeling to go away because that might just perpetuate it.
I'm good. I'm good. I'm good. It's gonna be okay. I'm alright. I'm fine.
You don't have to try to make it go away. It'll go away on its own. But likewise, don't go with the feeling.
What did I do to deserve this? I didn't tell my grandma I loved her before hanging up the phone. That's why this is happening! I'm just getting what I deserve.
And because I am an open book, I would love to share with you guys my experience with panic attacks. So my very first panic attack was around 2nd grade. I ended up going to this restaurant with my dad just for a normal dinner. And it really started with just a really bad stomach ache, which would normally be no big deal. But I was in a really serious amount of pain. And before I knew it, my whole body was just trembling. We called 911, an ambulance came. We ended up going to the hospital. We stayed in the ER for hours. And finally, when we got seen, it really just appeared that nothing was wrong with me. It was just an anxiety attack. Panic attacks were never really an issue for me until around junior high and mainly after. The hardest part about having panic attacks for me has been the desire to be independent and want to go out and do things and hang out with friends. I'm constantly worrying about having another panic attack. But this summer is all about conquering my fears. I'm so determined on getting my life back. I mean, we've made it this far. Finally, I want to talk about coping with the aftershock of a panic attack, which has been also a really, really difficult thing for me as well. After a panic attack, you might feel something like this. Oh crap, man, when is it gonna come back? I know it's gonna come back. If I try to leave my house, if I try to go down the street to get a Krispy Kreme donut, I know that the donut's gonna fall on the floor and I'm gonna go into another panic attack in public. Everyone's gonna be looking at me. It's gonna suck. My life's gonna suck. Panic attacks can be, I can't talk today. Panic attacks can be very frustrating, and the fact that you can't really control them, it can quickly seem like they're taking over your life. But at the end of the day, you're in control of your life. You gotta face your fears. You gotta go out there and say, no, this is not who I am. This is not gonna control me. And it's gonna be so freaking hard to get up and wanna go out and do stuff again after you just experienced this horrible feeling. At the end of the day, this sounds even kind of crazy to me because I don't think this way normally, but panic attacks are not something to fear. This is what a panic attack looks like on the outside versus on the inside. What a lovely event you're hosting. Cheers.
Oh my god!
Yeah, I'm totally down to make some smoothies. Yeah, I heard this movie was like really good. There will always be those people who don't understand. Oh my gosh, I have a lot of fridge magnets. Always remember, panic attacks don't last forever, and there's so much hope out there because you're not alone. I hope this video was at least a little bit helpful, but if it wasn't, hey. You can follow me on Instagram at Kiara Papkin, and feel free to check out my other YouTube channel, Kiara Papkin. Once we conquer what is weighing us down, this world will never be the same. Well, isn't this? No, actually, my room is a hot mess, and I don't have time to go in there and try to just find my way. And as always, I'm going to talk my...